Steve Harvey when he had hair it was balding. All right, I was tired of the duo thing because my partner would be like, sometimes he wasn't really feeling like going up on stage, but I wanted this so bad.
Stage stream.
And I started writing my own in case we break up. I'm gonna have my solo. So then I'm in the hallway.
He was planning the breakup.
But he was because with a duo you got to be on point. Yeah. So he was like not really feeling. I said, and I remember being in the hallway, and Steve will never, even though I imitate Steve Harvey now, but he's the one reason why I left the dude. Because Steve was in the hallway. He said, "Man, what's wrong with you?" I said, "Man, I don't know. I don't want to do this duo thing anymore." He goes, "Well," he said, "but you the one with the talent."
You know, you got to do it in the Steve Harvey voice, though.
I'm doing it. Yeah. But it wasn't exaggerated. He said, "Man," he said, "Listen, man, you the one with the talent." You know, I said, "Yeah, man." He goes, "How much you getting for this?" You know, you're just starting. You're getting like $100. He's like, "Are you tired of splitting that?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Cut his ass." I will never, and I have a picture of that day, me and Steve.
Yeah.
He goes, "Cut his ass."
I just imagine Steve in the hallway smoking.
You said what?
I just imagine like Steve in the hallway smoking.
No, he wasn't even smoking. He had his bag because he was leaving. He goes like this, "Cut his ass. I'll see you later." Boom, walked off, and I said,
that day,
"I'm cutting his ass," and I cut his ass. Every time I said, "Yeah, cut his ass." That's Steve Harvey now, but he was like, "Cut his ass," and I cut his ass. I remember cut his, and I did, and that was the best move.
Yeah.
He didn't realize he's the one that made me do that.
It's a pretty cool story.
Cut his ass.
Yeah, so you learned a lot from that in that moment because that took your career to the. What was your like next moment, like where you go? Yep, this is it.
Well, I don't know. It's like my first time doing stand up was like off of I wasn't even like supposed to do stand up. I was in a rap group called Top Mission.
Wait,
there
rap?
we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
What was your rap name?
It was horrible.
Chin Chin. Was it Chin Chin?
No.
Go ahead, say it. Hold on.
I feel like that was an option.
Okay. Hold on. We need some silence here.
It was Puff Puff. No.
Before Puff Daddy.
No.
Daddy.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't choose it now. It was the dude. Yeah.
Wait.
The dude. That's it.
The dude?
It's very stupid.
Wait, the dude?
Yeah, just the dude.
You still got bars?
Yeah, I'm about to freestyle now, but y'all can freestyle.
Something.
No.
Such a talk show host.
Yeah.
All right.
You about to help me on the couch. Yo.
Yeah. Do you have?
You got any like a line?
You remember something back then?
Nah.
I mean, we could battle real quick.
Nah.
Yo, my man Chinna do on the show acting like he don't know. He better understand my nasty ass flow.
Yeah.
What? Whoa! You don't want that.
And the winner
The album is coming out next week, baby. Do you see my flow real quick? Go ahead.
Find him on Spotify.
Steve Harvey's like, cut the rap.
Cut his ass.
Stick to the gym.
Take your ass to class and cut your.
But your aha, like, yo, this is it. Your Steve Harvey moment was what?
Well, how long was the rap group? Come on.
Well, it was only in college. Well, it was like opening up for Keek to Sneak. It was dope. It was my roommate, not my roommate, but my next door mate, Ivan Haynes, ended up being my frat brother later. He was a super talented rapper.
Okay.
Actually looks like Ben Staples a little bit. Both from Long Beach, which is weird. But after I got off stage, my homegirl was doing stand-up comedy. She was Nigerian.
Okay.
And she was bombing. I didn't know what bombing was. This is the first time I've seen stand-up in like real life. I watched it on TV all the time.
Right.
It was, watching you, et cetera, everybody, right? And I'm laughing because I'm thinking I'm helping her. I'm laughing at how awkward it is. And she calls me out. She's like, "Oh, Chino thinks he's funny. What'd you get up here?" My boy Dion was always he was from Crenshaw. I went to Crenshaw High. Ivan did too. Okay. He's like, "Man, he was always trying to tell me to do stand-up." He said, "Man, if you don't get up there, you're a bitch." I was like, "Fuck it." I'm off the high of the rap. Before I walk on stage, I grab a mic. I'm like, "Man, give it up for Cindy."
That was whack.
And now I had no jokes, you know what I mean? So I'm like, trying to think what to say. I remember it was Mother's Day weekend. I was like, it's Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And nobody claps. I'm like, good, we in college. I said, where my mother's at? Nobody claps. I'm like, good, we in college, you whores. And then they exploded, bro. And I was like, good night. Walked off stage.
And that's awesome.
And then I went online the next day randomly on Facebook. There was a post like looking for comedians to open up my club in NoHo. It was like a this random comedy night.
Yeah.
I hit him up like, yo, I'm a comedian. He was like, bet, just books me off me just telling him that.
Off rip.
Didn't ask for no clip, nothing. And I'm like, he's like, you're booked. I'm like, cool. It was 2 weeks till the show.
Yeah.
I hit him up, said, yo, how many minutes am I supposed to do? And he said, you're gonna do 15. He's like, is that enough?
That's a.
I said, yeah, that's enough.
That's a.
We got to remember, bro. I only seen people do an hour. That's all the stuff I was watching on like on
like,
YouTube.
is that all I get?
I'm thinking I'm thinking 15 is like, I guess it's what you start with. I didn't know no better. You know what I mean? And so I'm just writing everything that's ever happened to me on paper. And then I invited all my high school friends, all my college friends. We rode down 7 cars deep to North Hollywood from Santa Barbara. Did the show. It went well.
And that's good.
And then the comic after me was like, you could tell he was like 35, been doing it for a while. He's like, yeah, give it up for the last comic, whatever, because I went first. And my homeboy Calvin was like, it's his first show. It's his first show. He's like, that's not his first show. I'm like, yeah, it's my first show. He didn't believe me. So that's what I took in my head, like, maybe I should.
Yeah.
So you started developing your set and the routine, learning the craft. One that was pretty funny was, I heard you say that like having a dad, in the hood is like having a Mercedes.
Yeah. You gotta be humble about that.
What inspired that? What inspired that?
That joke, a lot of my jokes are like I titled my first comedy album, Mostly Kidding, right? Because depending on the joke, I could be 80% kidding or 10%, right? That joke is like based like on something really happened to me. My homeboy, Levon, he was at my house and he didn't have, he lived with his grandparents, right? He didn't really know his dad like that. And so I used to always kick it at his house because if I bring people to my house, they'll make fun of my parents at school, right? How they talk. Yeah. And so I rarely brought people to the crib. And he had the video games and a basketball court in the back, so I was chill with him. And I wouldn't bring up stories about my dad because I didn't really have, it just never came up naturally, if that makes sense. It was just video games and basketball. That was a relationship. Then one day he came to the crib and we was chilling downstairs. And my dad walks down, the slow Nigerian walk.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, he can't see him yet, but he could tell it's a man. He's like, who's that? I'm like, that's my dad. And the look in his face, he was like, oh,
you got one?
Like he didn't realize, and I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't
like having a new action figure.
Yeah, he just says, and so the joke came from that, like thinking about that experience. Yeah. So that's where the joke comes from, like that moment. I just remember that moment was like stamped in my brain.
I remember my friend Rick. I was a comic book collector. My boy, this is the first time I've seen anybody with prosthetic legs. I went to school with a white dude, prosthetic legs.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But his mother owned a comic book store, and it's just. And I remember we were in there reading comic books, and his mother's sitting at the desk. He goes, Gail. I go, who's Gail? He goes, that's my mother. I go, you know her name? You know your mother, you called your mother by her first name?
Right.
He's like, what do you call your mother? Mommy.
Mom. Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Mother.
To this day.
You called your mother by her first name? That's the first time I saw that white family dynamic where they call their parents by their first name. I said, I'm Godfrey Jr. and I don't know my father's name.
Yeah. That would have been.
You just got
That's hilarious.
He just hit him. I was like, wait, what? That's comedy.
No,
when we did like when you say you might just hit him. Yeah. That's the art of comedy. Yeah. Like when you say your father's like having a Mercedes, I'm already knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the art form.
Yeah.
You go, damn.
No better time than now to drop the new jersey right here at the World Cup. 154 jersey, go get it.
Bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home.